Hi, ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop1970. This is my review for today. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, my friends, it's that time again for another top 5 list that I haven't done yet. And I just followed this list right away because last night I was thinking about something about what are my most favorite movie sequels of all time, because I know that there's some people here and there who likes movie sequels. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, or some of them are kind of decent. But to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, movie sequels are the most hardest part about enjoying movies. And it's hard for me to choose which movie sequel do I enjoy the best. So anyway, ladies and dudes, I will tell you about my top 5 most favorite movie sequels of all time. And I decided to do this list right away because I just thought this idea really quickly. And to tell you the truth is, I'm just wearing a blanket to keep me warm since it's really dark cold outside, if you know what I mean. So anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, here are my top 5 favorite movie sequels of all time. And yes, ladies and dudes, I got a couple of honorable mentions of some other movies that did not make it to the list. Okay, my honorable mentions are for what other movie sequels I do enjoy is I do enjoy The Mummy 3. That was a really good movie. I will say Mummy 3 is definitely the best mummy movie I have ever watched. And I don't mind it took place in China. The next one is the American Tale 2 Fievel Goes West. I will say that's a much better movie than the first one, The American Tale. I did enjoy The Rescuers Down Under. That was a pretty darn good movie. And it's a very underrated Disney sequel. And the other one is I do enjoy Indiana Jones 4. Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. I will say that was definitely a very enjoyable Indiana Jones movie I can watch. It's a really good movie overall. But I don't know why everybody hates that movie for some unknown reason. But for me, I really did enjoy it. So anyway, let's get on to my top 5 most favorite movie sequels of all time. Coming at number 5 goes to The Dark Knight Rises. I will say this is my most favorite Dark Knight movie of all time. I will say for the first one will be my third favorite, and the second favorite is The Dark Knight. I haven't watched The Dark Knight much. I only saw the movie once, but I do appreciate Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker. But as for The Dark Knight Rises, this is my all-time favorite movie sequel. And I only seen this movie 3 times, and I'm glad I did watch this movie for the 3rd time, and I still love this movie even to this day. It has a really good storyline, has really good epic moments. I really do enjoy the score, has really good highlight moments, and I guess you could say this is a very underrated sequel to watch. So I have nothing else to say. I will say The Dark Knight Rises deserves to be at number 5. Coming at number 4, one of the movies I don't have right now is Tron Legacy. I freaking love Tron Legacy. I will say Tron Legacy is definitely a way better movie than the original. I will say it had a really interesting storyline, has great characters except for 2. I love the special effects. I love all the highlight moments that's going on in this film. And most of all, I fell in love with that score. That score is the most epic part I enjoyed about this movie. This movie had truly blew me away. It is a fantastic sequel to watch, and I'm dying to see Tron 3. They gotta hurry up and work on that movie right away. But to tell you the truth, this Tron Legacy definitely one of my favorite science fiction movies of all time, and truly one of the most underrated movies of all time. Please check out Tron Legacy to believe it. I decided to put it at number 4. Number 3 is the movie review that I did yesterday, and this is one of my most favorite Japanese movies of all time. And I'm glad this sequel did improve much better than the second one. So for number 3 goes to the Rurouni Kenshin 3, The Legend Ends. I will say, out of all the Rurouni Kenshin movies for live action versions that I did see in all 3 of them, I will say the Rurouni Kenshin 3, The Legend Ends, deserves to be one of the best Rurouni Kenshin movies of all time, and that movie truly blew me away. With its good storyline, has likable characters, it has good series and highlight moments of the film, it had a really interesting score, and I will say the strongest point of this whole entire movie is the final showdown between Lord Shishio, Kenshin Himura, Hajime Saito, Sonosuke Sagara, and Lord Aoshi. I fell in love with that epic battle. It was one of the most epic battles I have ever seen in movie history. It really did blow me away. It is strange that a guy who's looking like a mommy who is facing a powerful samurai, a former member of the Shinsengumi, one who's a member of the only Waban group, and only one dude who could use his fist. It was a pretty darn epic movie. Check out Rurouni Kenshin, The Legend Ends to believe it. And that movie deserves to be at number 3. Okay, for number 2 goes to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. I love this movie. It's a very good, epic movie to end the Harry Potter saga. I will say this is one of the best movie sequels that has one of the best epic climactical feel to a really good saga. And it's all about where Harry Potter, his friends, the teachers, and some of the Weasley family are going to risk their lives to save Hogwarts from the wrath of evil Lord Voldemort and his group of Death Eaters, witches, whichever you prefer. This is one epic movie you gotta check out to believe. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 deserves to be one of the best Harry Potter movies of all time that has a beautiful, epic, climactical feel to it. And I really do appreciate about Alan Rickman's performance as Professor Snape. And Professor Snape did have a very interesting storyline that will bring you to a tear to your eye. So yeah, I will say Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 is one of the best movie sequels of all time, and it deserves to be at number 2. And finally, ladies and dudes, the most important moment you all been waiting for is my number 1 most favorite movie sequel of all time. And sadly, for my number 1 spot goes to a tie. Just a tie between my 2 favorite underrated movie sequels of all time. And both of them are finally here in this list. So for number 1 goes to Taken 2 or The Night Museum 2, The Battle Amid Sodium. I can't tell which movie sequel I love the best. I love both of them. I will say both of them have very good storylines, really good interesting characters, great memorable sceneries and highlights of the film. It had a really interesting score. And I will say for Taken 2, the best thing I love about this film is it has so many good memorable scenes. It has great highlight moments. I love the part where Brian Mills is spending time with his family at long last. I enjoyed the near end of the film where Brian Mills faced his enemy for the very last time. And most of all, it had a really good ending I can enjoy. I will say Taken 2 has the best ending ever in movie history. And as for Night Museum 2, The Battle Amid Sodium, the 2 good things I love about this movie: it has a good, memorable storyline. It has really great, memorable characters. So many memorable characters that you'll never forget in movie history. So it's hard for me to choose which movie is my all-time favorite, but Taken 2 and Night Museum 2, The Battle Mid Sewing deserves to be my #1 most favorite movie sequel or sequels of all time, period. So that's my most shortest, quickest top 5 list I'm going to do for right now. I hope you enjoyed this list, and please tell me, ladies and dudes, what is your most favorite movie sequel that you enjoyed the best from all these years, I guess. Whichever they are, leave a comment there, let me know, and I'll see you all next time for my next top 5 list to come and my next top 10 list. So I'll see you guys later. Sayonara.